What up, all? Welcome into sportsmashup.com. I am Kevin Graham. Thanks for tuning in. And I figured that since BYU can make a really bad video, one of which, of course, the video you can see here on Sports Mashup, in which they try to teach you BYU fans out there how to be BYU fans, I figured I can make a really bad video as well, giving you my keys and prediction to the big rivalry game between BYU and Utah. Before we get started, I want to give a big shout out to everyone up in the 801 for your support of Sports Mashup. By far, the most views of the site are coming from the state of Utah, so thank you very much for continuing to follow the website, and please provide me any feedback that you might have to make it better. Also, while you guys are getting ready for your big rivalry game Saturday night, I'll be in a sports bar somewhere Saturday morning giving all my love and support to my mighty Central Michigan Chippewas. Our big rivalry game is on Saturday as well, as we take on the hated Western Michigan Broncos. Fire up chips. All right, let's get to it. 3 keys for Utah, 3 keys for BYU, and then I'll give you my prediction as well for the game. First off, let's start with Utah. Some of the keys I think are going to be big for them to win this game. Got to have a balanced offensive attack. Here's the deal. We already know. We've watched it with our own eyes. Jordan Wynn's got issues with his shoulder. He's lost his delivery. Coaches notice it. Fans notice it. They pretty much have acknowledged as much now. He throws pop flies, throws the ball, and it kind of floats to his wide receivers. He's not going to win you the game on his own. You're going to need a balanced offensive attack. You're going to need a running game. BYU's been pretty good in defending the run game, although Texas figured out some things last Saturday in which they were running kind of that slow option. Of course, Utah not an option team with Wynn, but they do have to find some creative ways to get that run game going to take the pressure off Jordan Wynn. Defensively for Utah, they got to put pressure on Jake Heaps. You can't let him get in a comfort zone. If he gets his confidence early, he gets in that comfort zone, he can start shredding that defense up a little bit. You don't want that to happen. Utah obviously known to put pressure on quarterbacks. I think they're going to have to do it again with Jake Heaps, and they're going to have to do it early and often. Special teams, I think, is the third key for Utah in this. We saw what happened at the end of the game against USC. They should have ran one more play, that's my opinion at least, but whatever the case is, they tried to throw the field goal or run the field goal kicker out on the field. A little frantic situation. Kick got blocked. Field goal kicking has been an issue throughout camp and into the season. I don't know if they could get it fixed this week or not, but we know how close these games are. So if Utah is going to win, they may need to win it with the leg of their kicker. And that's kind of a scary situation for Utah right now. So I think special teams are going to be big. All right, let's give you the 3 keys for BYU and some of the things I think they have to do to win this game at home. They got to get in an offensive groove, and this falls on the shoulders, I believe, of Brandon Doman. He's got to have a good game plan going into this game where he can get the confidence going early for Jake Heaps, put him in situations he's comfortable with, and get him into a groove. Let's face it, Doman's play calling has been inconsistent at best. You can tell he's still trying to get a feel for what he's supposed to be doing. This is a big game. He's got to come in with a solid game plan, and if he's not solid, particularly early on, to get Heaps involved and get his confidence up, they're going to be in some trouble, I believe, offensively, like they've been pretty much through the season so far. Defensively, confuse Jordan Wynn. I don't think Wynn can beat you, but he has some accuracy. Even though he throws the pop flies, he has some accuracy. So you got to put some pressure on him, confuse him, try to force some turnovers. If you can do that, I think BYU is in a good spot to win the game. And then I think the third key is for the coaching staff more than anything, and the players as well. You got to make adjustments. This has been a problem in Bronco Mendenhall's tenure throughout, being able to make those adjustments as teams adjust. We saw it last weekend against Texas. Texas was able to make some alterations. BYU didn't counter. It seems like they have one game plan going in, and when they go to halftime, they don't make the adjustments. They're going to need to do that, I think, in this game to have a chance to win at home. And I think a bonus key for both squads is who's going to step up and make a play. Let's face it, in the last few years, think about this. We've had Brett Ratliff come in his very first start in his career and lead Utah to a victory. We had Harline get open in the end zone with the Max Hall pass, or rather John Beck pass. We had Magic Happens with Austin Collie getting the 4th and 18 catch. We had Utah's defense forcing 6 turnovers on Max Hall a couple years ago. Andrew George, of course, getting open for the game-winning touchdown. And then, of course, we had last year with Brandon Burton blocking that field goal for Utah. So who's going to make that play? Because that seems to, it always happens in this game. And, of course, I think when I go to my prediction now, as I've kind of weighed this through, I think both teams are very evenly matched. There's no doubt about it. But I think there's one wild card. And I think we saw it with that video that you saw here on Sports Mashup with BYU producing a video to show its fans how to be real fans. And let's face it, we know, we've been to LaVell Edwards Stadium. They don't know how to make noise. They don't know how to do the first down chant. They didn't know how to do the screaming up into the kickoff, and now they do. So I think that's going to be a big key. And I think the added wrinkle is they're now going to sing with "Don't Stop Believing." So I'm going to sing you now my prediction. Come on, everybody. Soul Town Girl, living in the lonely world. She took the midnight train and anywhere. Here we go. Come on, everybody. Don't stop believing. BYU's gonna win 14-13. Street lights. There we go. Thank you for tuning in. 14-13. Enjoy the game. Fire up, Chips. Follow us on Twitter at Sports Mashup and follow me at Kevin Graham 1280. And in addition, like us on Facebook at Sports Mashup. Have a good one. Enjoy the game.